They said more than 90% of men, they are in jail because of women. I lost 80% of my friend. They took their own life because of women. Let me explain to you how. Listen to this, we'll go back to it.
96% of men in prison are in there because of a woman.
96%.
96%. Either they try to show off to another woman, either they went and robbed the place because they wanted to buy her something, either they fought with another male who tried to take their woman, either they were raised by a single mother who didn't know how to raise them right. All of that from a woman. Ever since the beginning of time. When God created Adam, he didn't create Eve. He put Adam in the Garden of Eden, but he understands that Adam could not exist without another person. But he didn't create another man for Adam, he created the woman. Because of the woman, we didn't conceive one child in the Garden of Eden, because the woman is very easily manipulated. So she was manipulated by the snake. The snake was the devil. But do you know what's the first thing that God asked Adam when he heard that he ate from the forbidden fruit?
What was it?
Why did you listen to your woman? Not why did you eat from the fruit that I told you not to eat from. Why did you listen to your woman? What's the reason?
They said in the study, 90% of men who goes through a breakup, they never recover. 90% of those men never recover. We're not talking financially, we're talking mentally and physically and emotionally. I lost 80% of my friends because of breakups. So many of my friends, they took their own life because they couldn't handle being away from the kids. I lost some of my friends, they took their own life because they lost the life-saving. Domestic violence against men, mental domestic violence. The first word she says to him, you're not a man enough. You're not a father enough. You're not a husband enough. You don't know how to become a man. You don't know how to become a husband. I can do better. If you ever do me wrong, I can make you talk to yourself. I can take the kids away from you and you can talk to yourself. I've got mates who lost their job. They were making 7 figures because of women. I told you guys, stay away from women until you become a Sigma. Stay away from women until you become a man who can cope away from women. So many men, they fall and they stay down there. They never get up. They never recover. They feel like broken and they stay broken all their life. So many men after the breakup, they become drug addict. They become alcoholic. They become gamblers. I know so many mates who they live in the street. A friend of mine who lived in the street because of his woman. She left him, he lost his job, he lost his expensive car, he lost the place he used to live in. His family stopped talking to him because of his missus. And we're not talking they are kids, they all above 40. So many men, they find it very hard to recover. Stay away from women until you become a Sigma. Stay away from women until you become a man. He can cope if your missus ever walk away. He can cope. Don't ever try to please a woman. Don't ever try to do the wrong thing to please a woman. Don't ever put yourself in any position to please a woman, not to lose her. So many men, they do the absolute wrong thing just to keep a woman. They trying the hardest to keep a woman. He trying all he can. He goes and does the wrong thing, make money the dirty way, the wrong way, to make sure he can please his woman. Don't ever try to put yourself in such a position just because for a woman. Don't destroy your life because of a woman. If you're not as strong, stay single. Khalas, stay single. Stay away from women until you become a strong character. He can cope in life. If you ever lose your kids, if you ever lose your life saving, if you ever lose your wife, you cannot crumble. This is the problem. He said more than 96% of men, they are in jail because of women. I lost 80% of my friends. They took their own life because he couldn't see the kids. The other person lost his life saving. The other person, she made him talk to himself. The other person who took his own life because he couldn't cope. He couldn't cope losing his life saving at 45. Another person who took his own life because he couldn't cope, start fresh at 50. Another person took his life because his wife told the police he's molesting the kids and he was madly in love with the kids. He never done any wrong thing towards the kids, but she used false accusation to destroy him. She knows the man is weakness is his kids. She knows where to hit you, where it hurt the most. She knows your weakest points, your weakest spot is your heart when it comes to the kids. And the second weakness is your assets, is your life saving. She can destroy you mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. Remember, if you're not a strong character, he can cope. After the breakup, stay away from women. If you're not a strong man, he can deal with life. After the breakup, stay away from women. Women are the biggest distraction.